Hey guys, JawsTheSharkNews here, and today we're going to be doing yet another news video. So, yeah. Been kind of some time since I've done one of these. Not a lot has come out, but recently, oh man, have there been a lot of news. I mean, now today I'll only be taking a look at three different things, but again, this is still quite some big stuff. So, yeah, so anyways, starting off, we have some in-hand images of the upcoming Kingdom Core Class Hot Rod. Now, of course, if you guys don't know, yeah, this was revealed. I didn't cover it, but basically I am now. But a lot of you already know about the leaks and then the official reveal. But now we already got the in-hand images, so that was fast. So, anyways, so yeah, this is the next and probably final core class of the Kingdom line, but not the final core class, because again, we're going to be getting more in Studio Series, or now we're going to be getting hit in Studio Series. And of course, the Legacy is looking to continue the core class. But, anyways, which I'm glad about because I really love core class. But, anyways, so here's Hot Rod in his packaging, and yeah, pretty cool. Again, from the images I saw, which we'll take a look at in a bit, he's probably not my favorite core class figure. Again, probably a lot of other people agree. He's kind of lacking some paint and all that. Could have done better, but yeah, otherwise I still quite like the look of it. Like I've seen worse figures before, so yeah. Anyways, there's the packaging, and here he is in hand, and yeah, you can see what I meant. He does lack a lot of paint. Like he used more around the feet, the shins, the arms. Yeah, even the chest a bit. Maybe a little more around where the headlights would be. I don't know, but otherwise, yeah, I don't think it looks that bad. It's kind of what I expected from like a smaller hot rod. So not not too bad. And then here we got his alt mode, which I do quite like. Again, could use a little more detail, like maybe an All About logo on the hood. I think it's supposed to have it. I don't know, but nonetheless, still quite cool. On the back, not really much. There's a panel there. Yeah, this is 2021 Hasbro and all that. But, yeah, and on the back, this is the thing that a lot of people are like. Wait a minute, though I don't really mind because again, this is pretty common for some smaller Transformer toys. Usually they do have hollow heads, but this is the big ones. Like literally, like kind of pun intended, sort of. I don't know. Even I was real joking. Like for real, this is pretty big. Look how big that hole is in the back of his head. Yikes. As you can see there, but yeah, because again, like I said, a lot of smaller toys, especially Transformers, usually don't have anything in the back of their heads, but this is like a whole, like a giant hole in the back. But yeah, here's a more up close look, and oh man, his head got gutted. But yeah, so there we have the. Oh yeah, there's some more images, and he does come with the sword similar to what he had in the with the Rodimus Kingdom Commander class figure. But yeah, so there is that the sword. I do quite like it. A few more images, so yeah, there we go. Again, I'm definitely gonna be picking it up, because I do want to continue collecting the core class figures, and again, it's a nice little hot rod. So, uh, but probably not my favorite. But again, leave your thoughts on the figure down below, and especially these in-hand images. So, yeah. And next up, there's some buzzworthy Bumblebee news that we have. So, let's take a look at it. So, recently there's these in-hand images over, I think, in Taiwan. Yeah, Taiwan. And they're apparently, since they're around the Asian market, they usually do get a lot of the figures first. So, that's where we get all of these in-hand stuff. So, this is quite unexpected because usually the buzzworthy stuff never really gets any listings or anything like that. But so again, it's always a nice little surprise. But yeah. So anyways, let's take a look at some of the images they revealed. So starting off here, we have a little more details on, or not details. Like this is pretty much more details, like just in one image. So I don't think I reported on this, but um, you guys probably have seen this. So there was a video made by good old Prime vs. Prime showing off an unmasked B127 figure. Because if you guys don't know, the Studio Series figure had his battle mask on, but here he's unmasked. So I was like, wait a minute. So this reveals a B-127 without a mask, and which line is going to be. And people are like, wait, what's it going to be in? So it's going to be in the Buzzworthy line. Not too big, but the next big news, though, however, was that two new other Buzzworthy figures based also from the Studio Series lineup, but this time, Studio Series 86. So first off here, we got Cliff Jumper, and yeah, as you can see, this is obviously his Earthrise mold right here, but if you're wondering, wait a minute, something looks a little different here, and yes, you're right. This is like a sort of different deco, sort of, kind of, I don't know, but a little more cartoon accurate deco of the Earthrise Cliff Jumper. It's just, again, same mold, but it's got different deco to match more that of the cartoon. So, yeah, so there's some images of that. And, yeah, I do, and my thoughts on it, I do quite like this. In fact, I'm maybe considering it. I don't know. Because, again, it's, like, the paint on this looks a lot better than the Earthrise one. Because that one just had like arms, black legs, and all that. But this has actually got a little more, cartoon accurate. And I do like how it's also painted on the windows, so that's nice. Oh, and also, it's all about symbols on his chest. Hooray! But, yeah. And next up here, we have Cup. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, sorry for going back to this. This one is going to be SSA 613, because I think, isn't 12 supposed to be the coordination star script? Yeah, so that confirms what SSA 613 will be. Anyways, so next up, yeah, again, here we have Cup. Now, of course, we already got Cup in SSA 6, but this is like a slightly different version of that, so it's like, I guess, a little more cartoon accurate. Like, appears the face is a little shinier. And again, the front chest window is painted. It's got some rust detail or something on there too, so that I quite like. And yeah, and my thoughts on it, hey, it looks fine, It is like an improvement, but again, will I be picking this one up? Probably not, because again, I already have the other one, which ain't much different, but I still quite like this one. So it looks good. And then there was a listing that someone did or found on Target's website of Cup Transformers, and apparently it says here it's supposed to come in the U.S. at Target, of course, on December 30th. Yeah, December 30th. So, yeah, so there you have that news. And finally, this is probably the most interesting one. Now, originally we all thought, okay, it's going to be the Buzzworthy figures, but now it appears that this is kind of the most interesting one now. So, because, this one is pretty big, right? There's no additional images, so it's just that one there. So as you can see, it says, first look at Transformers RAD or Red. A lot of people say, red, but anyways. Ultra Magnus, I'm just kidding, Ultra Magnus, but they had some typo there where it appears they used an I. They spell it UILTRA. It's like, what? Yeah, but anyways, yeah. Ultra Magnus and Knockout. So, yeah. So, apparently this was found, like, on some website or something from a user, and they apparently share these, like, an image of, and, like, I think this is going to be in the 5th wave. Yeah, the Wave 5 red figures, which are going to be, now we know, as our G1 Ultra Magnus and Transformers Prime, so our second Prime red figure, Knockout. And the reason why this one is so big is because, well, first of all, Knockout, he's like a very popular character. I really like Knockout. A lot of others do. So that's big. And it's also been quite a while since we got into Knockout. And the figures they made were good, but like not accurate enough. And it's probably been like third party and all that. But this is like our first official mainline and all that Knockout figure that's actually accurate. But it doesn't transform. But anyways, let's take a look at the figure. So, start off with Ultra Magnus because, it's the less interesting one. As you can see here, he's basically a white repaint of that G1 Optimus Prime that they did in the first wave of red. But I quite dig it. Like, they added like a little more paint. Like, they had some blue, some teal, and all that. and I'd say it looks really good. I probably won't pick it up, because I don't basically I don't really get red. I've gotten a few figures, but I think I got Soundwave, RC because Transformers Prime. And I think Coordination Starscream, yeah, because again, that was originally the only figure for a while that we're gonna get. That was Coordination Starscream before SS86. But hey, still quite like it. And on the left, obviously, is Knockout from good old Transformers Prime. So, and this is a figure I believe there were listings of. So, obviously, a lot of Transformers Prime fans like me got quite excited for this one. And I gotta say, it looks really nice. I think his head looks a little too small, maybe. I don't know. And maybe he could use like a little more paint. But overall, I quite dig it. It just looks good. I'm not really gonna say much because it's Knockout. I'm gonna get it. So, yeah. And hopefully they do some sort of Knockout in Legacy. I think there were listings, but hopefully they do it right. If not, at least we got this red one. But yeah, so anyways, guys, yeah, that's all the news for now. But anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of all this news. So, anyways, guys, till all are one.